When I started this project, I just wanted to give some illumination to a few MCs I felt the world needed to know about. However, during the course of this documentary, I not only learned about each individual artist, we also learned about the music and what it means to them and their fans. I was educated on the ins and the outs of the business from the point of view of an up-and-coming star, whether locally rising at icon status in their own hoods, or pushing the envelope and excelling to tear down boundaries and gaining international success. We are going to take a look at 4 rappers who were not only able to make their marks on this industry, but also left their hip-hop footprints on the hearts and minds of many. This is Mic Check, a look behind the veil.
I got a drink, all the money drown, what they say. I'm a Patron in the zone, what you think? Shorty sipping in the back with the cake. I want it now, run it down when she shakes. I got a drink.
Alright, why don't you let the people know who you are and what you do in the industry?
Yeah, they call me Boot, or Buto, Joseph, all that. Duce Boot, mostly Duce Boot, because that's all I drink. That's what you won't see in my hand. And then it's cup, you heard?
Alright. Where do you come from? What city, state, hood?
Shit, basically born in Brookside, probably won't be before they knocked it down. You already know all that. And I just be everywhere. I fucks with everybody. But mainly, I'm just gonna hold the tray down.
How'd you get started in rapping? How'd you get started?
I got started, my father used to just bump Biggie in the booming wagon back when, the OGs and everything. And then after that, hearing my uncle just go sick with the tapes, you gotta flip back and rewind and all that. That's before y'all time, but yeah, that's how I got started. And then I'm just still learning my flow, how to go about anything and make everything clash. Like, I'm still learning.
Alright, so who or what are some of your inspirations or influences in the industry today?
Shit, I like Drake, NBA Youngboy, and there's just mad other people that I want to pick apart but still be myself. The main thing is about being myself and being the best I can be.
Okay. How do you feel your music connects with the fans?
It's all about being artistic in a way, because it gives people something they can connect with, whether they're going through it or they can feel your pain or feel where you're coming from in general, because basically we all grew up the same way and faced the same things and had the same fears and everything.
So, when was the first time you felt you had that I got something special moment to share with the world?
It's just hanging out with my boys, niggas put on beats, it doesn't matter what else we sipping, Duce, honey, Patron, whatever you want. Like, we made a video and everything just came together, and we just was on it. Like, I just be playing around, but then at certain times you gotta get serious and be like, oh yeah, I like that.
Yeah, it works.
Keep that.
So how about a support system? Like, do you have an inside support system? Is it your friends, family, etc., that support your music or support what you're trying to do with your music?
It's basically, I want to be heard by everybody, so I want everybody to feel like where I'm coming from, and I want to push it. Whether people support me or not, it's just, I gotta do that, be self-motivated in general for everybody to hear what I gotta say and feel where I'm coming from. So if they don't feel that, then it's no point in anybody being around.
So how has the road been on getting your music out there so that people can hear what you gotta say? Has it been kind of hard, rough? I mean, is it easier for you? You know what I mean, how has it been?
The road ain't really there because I play around and I'm not too serious into it.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel if I was to just be fully dedicated,
Get on your grind and be a little bit more accessible.
If I was more dedicated to it, I would get a feel of who's backing me up and who's there and wanna. I got females and everything that be like, yo, you should release this and everything. But it's just, I gotta be self-motivated and be able to put stuff in certain situations and sections to release.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So how does Boot, the artist, and Boot, the everyday regular person, coincide? Is they the same person, or do you have to separate the two?
It's like Boot, Joseph, he'll go his day with basically trying to manifest everything that's going on, be a regular citizen and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Going to work, I work at 95 and everything.
Gotta
make it come in and everything. But then, like, once it's outside of work, I'm a whole different person. So it's just based on experience, what you go through and what you see, and when everything that happens, you gotta inflict that in your music, inflict that in your life, and find a way to connect with other people that's going through that, other people that got 95s, other people that can't get a job, especially during this pandemic. You gotta pick up and let people know where you come from because they can understand where they come from.
So, if anything, what is it you want to share with the world?
Duce is all
Coming.
he coming. Duce is coming. It's gonna be crazy. Go cocky. That's what I gotta say.
Yeah, man, I appreciate you coming through, doing the interview for the documentary. Look forward to tell people they can find you at, you know what I mean, Instagram and Facebook if you want. The music is on YouTube, the videos out there. Great team.
Basically, Joseph _Obuto, and then Facebook, it's Joe Brad Joe, and then I'll just get around like that. No big Josie coming for me.
Word.
Great team, great juice now. Great team, number juice now. Great team, number
2017, 17, I'm with the team, I'm with the team.
I got a drink, all the money drown what they say. I'm a Patron in the zone, what you think? Shorty sipping in the back with the cake. I want it now, run it down when she shake.
I got a drink, spilt that shit on my shirt. I like a brown sugar queen that know her worth. Going off a perk, spilling the Henny. Sip to is empty, my niggas here with me.
I got a drink, feeling like you jumping off the roof. You already know I'm sipping in the booth. pouring in my cup, nothing but Patron. Shorty said she love it when I'm in my
I got a
zone.
drink, wait up, bring that second round for me. I'm way too drunk to leave here lonely. Shorty eyeing me, must be the Henny. Vanessa off the number, then she leave me.
Got a drink, the juice getting loose off the goose egg. Bulletproof off the roof with the Duce. Anything possible on Patron. I'm feeling unstoppable in my zone. I'm feeling unstoppable in my zone. I'm feeling unstoppable in my zone. Anything possible on Patron. I'm feeling unstoppable in my zone. I'm feeling unstoppable in my zone. Young Westbrook, triple double zone. These niggas think they know me, got your chick all on me. Baby chill can take a pic because a nigga roll.
Brody, I ain't got time for the trickaroni. Pull up looking all fly, got your bitches on me. I do this for my Brody niggas thinking phony. Got the drink in the dank, girl, you know I'm on it.
I told him that I need the Rari and the Lotus. I stay patient, stay grinding and stay focused.
Make the girl disappear, call it hocus pocus. Cream team, get the money, nigga, stay
We got
focused.
Patron, Duce said, not again to him. Your wifey in the party, off a Cardi getting ticked.
Talking about the money, then you know we got plenty. Feeling like this, cream team run the city.
We got a drink, the juice getting loose off the goose egg. Bulletproof off the roof with the Duce. Anything possible on Patron. I'm feeling unstoppable in my zone. I'm feeling unstoppable in my zone. I'm feeling unstoppable in my zone. Anything possible on Patron. I'm feeling unstoppable in my zone. 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 I'm feeling unstoppable in my zone. You already know what it's hitting for. Call me, hit my line when you home alone. I need a brown sugar in the yellow bone. If you pulling up, girl, when I pull it up. Have you fall in love, girl, when I cook it up. Feeling like you run the town when I run it down. When I make your love come down, girl, don't let me drown. You already know where I've been at. Running up the bar, I'ma spin that. We be lit, we got them bottles and they send that. The beat be knocking, Bella popping, where your friends at? Don't care where your man at. Keeping this a secret, recommend that. If I got the juice, you know I got Patron.
Fuck that, man. I had to shoot, man. I had to shoot. I'm not giving you no fucking gun, man.
Have you always wanted to start your own business, but didn't know where to begin? Have you already started but realized you were lacking the basic essentials for establishing your venture? We have good news for you. Bay Scholars Inc. has created an online entrepreneurial course that will show you step by step how to start your business and the requirements needed to maintain it. Through use of whiteboard animation and screencast videos, our Young Entrepreneur Program basic course will give you a thorough understanding while keeping you engaged and anticipating the next lesson. And the best part is that this course is completely free. Go to www.yepbayscholars.org and start learning today. Welcome to the Mind and Bay. Now, let me introduce you to the thought of the day. Illegal immigrants. According to dictionary.com, an immigrant is a person who migrates to another country, usually for permanent residence. And according to a legal dictionary, illegal means, in part, status of a person residing in a country of which he/she is not a citizen and who has no official permission to be there. That seems pretty self-explanatory. So, let's review information we have been taught in school consistently since our childhood. There were inhabitants of Europe who left their respective countries and came to another country we know today as America. That sounds like migration. These immigrants had no official permission to reside there, however, they took it upon themselves to establish colonies and permanent residency. That sounds illegal. Should then the descendants of the original inhabitants of this country, so-called America, build a wall and deport the descendants of the immigrants who migrated without permission back to their respective European countries? Just think about it. Welcome to the Mind of Bay. Now, let me introduce you to the thought of the day. Power to the people. What does elected officials, celebrities, and businesses have in common? Their success depends on people. You should really let that sink in for a moment. Your favorite recording artist only goes platinum because of you. Walmart only makes money because of you. Your local politicians only have a job because of you. They all serve you, not the other way around. It's time to stop feeling helpless and looking to your servants to lead and solve your problems. Your intelligence gave them power. Now use your intelligence to empower yourselves and create a life that is beneficial and consistent with your belief system. Google does not have the answers. Reality TV does not have the answers. Social media does not have the answers. You are the answer. Stop giving your power to people, objects, and situations that are not purposed to rule you. Here's something to think about. The laws that were voluntarily made that you voluntarily follow allow you to replace any person, structures, or situations incompatible with your overall well-being. So what are you waiting for? In this case, don't just think about it. Welcome to the Mind and Bay. Now, let me introduce you to the thought of the day. What country? The United States, commonly referred to as the U.S., the United States government, or the federal government, cannot be located on the map, nor was it intended to be. Maps are visual representations of physical locations, land masses that are commonly referred to as continents, countries, states, territories, etc. The United States is a corporation that was established to unify 13 territories, otherwise known as colonies, later to be known as states, who had individual laws, customs, and currency that otherwise cannot exist in the world that would not recognize their individuality. The purpose, intentions, duties, and responsibilities of the United States are set forth in their Articles of Incorporation, commonly known as the Constitution, and their bylaws, commonly referred to as statutes. So many people will say, I live in the United States. To them, I will say, you live in one of the states that have been united on this landmass so-called America, hence United States of America. But you by no means live in the United States. The United States technically exists in a file cabinet somewhere in the District of Columbia. Just think about it.
Can you clean my garage? Can you steam my carpets? Can you work really fast? Do you provide your own cleaning supplies? Can you work around my schedule? Do you screen your workers? Can you clean my business too? Okay, I don't need my husband anymore.
Welcome to the Mind Bay. Now, let me introduce you to the thought of the day. Why does every alien species speak English? For some strange reason, whenever the English-speaking humans encounter unknown alien beings, mostly for the first time, these alien beings seem to understand and communicate in English rather fluently. What's even more amazing is the fact that these English-speaking humans, who probably don't even understand the various languages on their home planet, seem to understand every alien language with ease. They use what is called a universal translator. Correct me if I'm wrong, but translators only have information from recognized languages. And even then, some translators do not prove to be useful. But these English-speaking translators are so powerful that they can translate any language that its human creators never even heard of. What's even more intriguing is the fact that these alien beings know all of the jargon and idiomatic expressions that even those who have been speaking English for years do not know. Could this be a case of wishful thinking when the English-speaking humans create these television series and movies of alien interaction? Or could this be the arrogancy of the English, who want nothing more than that everyone speak a language that has only been in existence for just a short period in history? Just think about it. Welcome to the Mind of Bay. Now, let me introduce you to the thought of the day. Who's president? According to business law, a president is an officer and overseer of a legally recognized corporation, whether that corporation be non-profit or for-profit. He can be the only officer in the company or one of many officers that create balance to the corporate structure. He is essentially the head of his respective company and must operate such company in accordance with the rules and regulations that have been set forth in the Articles of Incorporation and the bylaws. His duties and obligations are only to such company of which he is employed, and his terms of employment are set forth in the bylaws of the company. Every decision made must be made in the best interest of the organization of which he has been deemed responsible to manage. He answers to no one outside of his corporate scope. Business law is the only law that matters on this continent. With that being said, there have been over 40 presidents employed to serve a corporation that has been established to unify unrecognized colonies and to create a system of international commerce. If you have no legal interest in this company, then the president has no duty or obligation to give any account of any business activities to you. Just think about it.